Racing takes place out at the Vaal on Thursday, the 19th of October 2023. We are racing on the classic course. We've got 8 races on the program, and race number 1 gets underway at 12:25 with the work riders a maiden plate. And I'm joined by Alistair Kona on the line. Alistair, how are you doing? How's everything your side?
Yeah, everything's good, thanks, Raheel. It's been a quieter week for me. You'll hear from me again on Saturday at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Obviously an exciting week at the same time because we got feature races Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Saturday with the listed Southeaster Sprint and the ready-to-run stakes and the Prestige Plate being the three highlights on the card on Saturday alongside the meeting at Turpentine, which I'm also looking forward to going through. Smaller fields, which is a little bit disappointing, but that tends to happen the week before a big race meeting on the half-mile. Everyone tends to target the bigger days. And then on Sunday we got that Cape Racing Sales ready-to-run sale happening. Gallop's at 9 o'clock in the morning, the sale commences at 2 o'clock. So looking forward to being out there. There have been a few good ones coming through that sale over the years.
Yeah, certainly one that we want to keep an eye on, and quite a nice race meeting on a Saturday out at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. But racing on a Thursday, as I mentioned, work riders maiden plate, Mary's Green Light. Your 33-100 favourite in this contest, short in the market, deep in the red, 4-1 Rugger Lover at 14-1 and Better Bar those. Now, this filly Mary's Green Light, she certainly sets a very, very high standard, Alistair, and it should really be a procession for her.
It should be, Raheel, when you're going through the pass and it said 33-2, and I was hoping that 10 would follow, not 100, but 33-100 I think is a reasonable price. About this daughter will give me the green light and in a very, very shallow made. Auntie Fanny takes her ride, and Auntie's been associated with Mike de Kock for many, many, many years. He's part of the family. In the last 12 months, he's had 8 rides for Michael for 3 wins and 3 places. I'm sure he sat on this daughter to give me the green light before. Her last run might have been a little bit of a blip on the radar, finishing 7 1/4 lengths to just be lucky, but she's gone on and been Group 2 placed subsequently. Her first 2 runs are just miles better than what anyone else has produced here. So I'll be disappointed if she doesn't win. She's a bar-pot banker. She's the start of all to comes on the card. The price is very, very short, but it's short for a reason. I do like to find reasons to beat these horses at these prices, but I can't find one for Mary's Green Light.
Yeah, hard to oppose number 7, Mary's Green Light, in the first race on the day. Moving along to race number 2, a middle stakes over 2,400 meters, and race number 2, 1 o'clock is the off time. Breeze over 13-10. Mambo Camtesio at 22-10. Street Art is trading at 9-2. It's 5-1 Blackthorn, 6-1 and Better Bar those. Now it's Breeze over. He's proven a bit of an enigma. He's found one too good on 7 occasions, but it obviously does look to be the right type of race for him with just 52 on the back, and strictly on that run to American Grayson where Mambo Camtesio finished behind him. He has no right to turn the form around, and Breeze over should come out on top in this contest.
Yeah, Raheel, I found this race a little bit harder than probably what the market suggests. 2 and 3 are my numbers in the bar pot being my suggested bet. 1 Street Art and 2 Blackthorn have to give heaps of weight away. Street Art's life is made a little bit easier by a 4-kilo claim courtesy of Tread Mayhew. But, these younger up-and-coming stayers or horses that might be a level above the handicapper will probably have the advantage here. So I'm tentatively tipping number 3 Breeze over as my top selection. But for the reason why it's tentative are for the reasons that you've given. Runner-up 7 times in his career for just 1 win. He's been a bit of a letdown for me, has number 3 Breeze over. So it's not necessarily a case of now or never. It's probably just a confidence issue with the son of Twice Over. He ought to get it right in this race. He ought to get it right one of these days and probably go on a streak and show that he's no mean and there's sort of no bad stayer in the making, but he's got to get his head in front. So I'd loathe to take the price about the son of Twice Over. And for that reason, I think coming out fresh for number 2 Blackthorn might yield a big run. The last time he ran fresh came in the splash out 2200 on Hollywoodbets Durbanville, and he ran a ripper to Crimson King from a bad draw. He ran flat second run after a rest in the Hong Kong Jockey Club Gold Cup, but we know his capabilities. He's pound for pound the most established and best stayer in this race. I know his rating is 99, but he's been as high as a 103, and he's earned that, the right way, whereas Street Art earned it by running a nice race in the Daily News. So I have the time of day for number 2, Blackthorn, but I think the weight might just kick number 3, Breeze, over across the line here.
Yeah, that's 2 and 3 for Alistair in race number 2. Moving along to race number 3, a maiden plate over the 1800 meter trip. 13:35 is the off time. This is the start of the pick 6 as well. Emblem of War, your favorite at 8-10. Kambulu 3-1 into 5-2. It's 7-1 about Breckhart, 8-1 and Better Bar those. Now, number 6, Emblem of War. His debut run was certainly eye-catching. He was, I thought, quite green on that occasion, and he seemed to be doing things wrong still, and I think he's entitled to come on with that run. And just based on what he takes on, it does look to be the right type of race if he is to show any progress on his debut performance.
Well, that's the key, Raheel, is that if he does show progress, but I think he might be vulnerable, number 6, Emblem of War, because to me, he was stopping a little bit over the closing stages, and trying an extra 200 metres might just test him again. Musiani takes it right for the Asmen. Adams down in Cape Town, he's taken a string of 20, so Mike Azzies is out of semi-retirement to hold the 4.5 belt, so we'll see how that goes. But with number 6, Emblem of War, that was a very nice debut. Of course, in that race, as he ran 2nd, 3rd and 4th, he expected all 3 to go nicely, but he actually put Emblem of War as his 3rd choice in that race, and the drift kind of tells you that. But he went off to the front and just got caught late by Viva Brazil, who obviously runs a little bit later on. But, you know, that run is good enough. It's good enough to recommend. But there's a horse here that I recommend that everyone watches the replay of. Number 7, Officer in Command's first run. Was beaten 9.25 lengths by Champimpi, but did a 23.3400 to finish. It wasn't even the 400 to finish that caught my eye. It was the 200 to finish. In fact, it was so quick that JP van der Merwe fell off after the race in the pull-up. And I asked JP, "Oh, you're right." He said, "Geez, that horse took off at the end and caught me by surprise." So 1,200 metres to 1,800 metres is a big step up, but I'm not surprised to see Mike de Kock choose to do that with the Son of Flower Alley. I make him a big chance. Put him into your pick 6 with number 6, Emblem of War, the one to beat. 7, Officer in Command, a big danger. And number 1, Kambulu, he has his issues at the pens. The good news for pick 6 players is that I'd recommend probably striking your pick 6 at the last possible moment. See his behaviour. If he does throw his toys and misbehave on the way to the start and at the start, they're probably going to dictate how he's going to run. But after 154 days off, if he does come cool and calm, I'm sure you have red earmuffs and a lead horse he normally does. You know, if he does sort of show a little bit of gentlemanly behaviour, then number 1, Kambulu, is worth respecting. But you're only going to know just before the race.
Yeah, number 7, Officer in Command at around 12-1 in the market. Alistair, am I right in saying that on that day there was quite a huge bias with regards to the way the track was running, was suiting the horses with a high number of draws, and he could have possibly been at a disadvantage with that 6th draw?
Yeah, 100% right. Everything went up the outside on that occasion. The winner came from next to Officer in Command, funny enough. Gavin Lorena rode Champimpi very well. Hot Clouds got to the outside and led the whole way. Officer in Command, JP did the other thing. From an inside or from a middle inside draw, dropped Officer in Command in to try and get across to the outside. He sort of got across to the outside, but he was left with too much ground to make up. So don't let him run loose. That's what I'm saying. He's the wrong price, number 7, Officer in Command.
Yeah, 3 draw, stepping up in trip. Watch out, number 7 at 12-1. Race number 4, merit rated 76 handicap over 1,800 meters. 2 is the off time. Silvano Song is your 22-10 favorite. Pewter Sky at 7-2 along with Viva Brazil. 9-2 Romeo's Magic, 7-1 and Better Bar those. Now Silvano Song, he's a horse that he looks to be on the right mark. Pole position draw. His recent performances have been encouraging, and given that he's won at the track, he has place over the distance. It could be the right type of race for him to go well in.
Yeah, it's a very, very tricky races for here, because there are a few horses here that I've been watching for a while that are probably now in the sweet spot to run nicely. Silvano Song, one-time winner, had his chances, been very disappointing. Ran on nicely last time to Yukon Harry Love, easily the best, one of the eye catchers in that race. Draw one's obviously got to stand him in good stead. He's a chance, number 6, Silvano Song, but I I am a little bit gun-shy with them. I've gone in with a few numbers here. Number 2, Pewter Sky, very consistent. Touched off narrowly at Hollywoodbets Greyville last time on the poly. Shouldn't be too far away. 7 Dungeons. I'm glad to see him step up to 1,800 meters. I've always thought that he's got something about him when he goes past 1,400, but because he was running so nicely, there was no reason for Ray Maynard to change. But last time he ran flat. Maybe that was also because it was down the Vaal straight, which is a very different type of race. But going 1,800 meters, I'm going to give number 7 Dungeons a vote of confidence. I think he's worth a nice place bet at what might be a generous price. 8 Viva Brazil can only improve. And then there's horse number 9 Labetio. Also, lots of scope to improve. Rating drop. He's run to much better. He's run nicely in his day. Maybe the fast track caused him to be off for quite a long time, because he does seem to be a horse that is most effective coming from just off the pace. But 9 Labetio also a very interesting runner. So it's a race that I think has a lot of complexities to it.
Yeah, Labetio at around 25 to 1 in the market. So if you are looking to go wide, well, then that's a nice roughie that you want to include into your pick 6 and jackpot. Horse number 9 Labetio. But as you heard from Alistair, a few horses in with chances here. Number 7 Dungeon, 7 to 1 in the market. It gives him a chance. Number 2 Pewter Sky, another one that has got a chance, along with the favourite Silvano's Song. Moving along to race number 5, 1,800 meters. The trip, fillies and mares, 74 handicap. Colorado Creek, your favorite at 33 to 10, along with Burmese Tiara, 7 to 2. Princess Kesh, 4 to 1. Pretty and Pearl, 7 to 1. And Better Baldos. Now, I think this is quite a shallow contest. Colorado Creek, she's a horse that obviously returns off rest, but if she's fit enough to do herself justice, I think she could come out fresh and win. But if she's not, then I would think Burmese Tiara could be the likely win in this contest. She's obviously got the runners held on that last form line when she beat Princess Kesh and Kind Judy.
Yeah, Raheel, I don't put Colorado Creek in the race. I don't like her one bit. Returning from 130 days off, this trip for the first time. I don't know if she'll get the trip being out of a Vaal mare. Look, it's worth the gamble, and as you say, it's not a very strong race, and she can at least go somewhere where the other horses aren't going. But I'm leaving number 2 Colorado Creek out of everything. If she wins, send out a search party for me. But I think these more established stayers that are, these hard-knocking, grizzled veterans that she's got to give weight to will have her number. That's just how I read it. So my numbers here are 3, 6, 7, and 9. 3, 6, 7, and 9. Top choice. Well, 9 Scratch Spirit Princess. I actually really liked her, but I'm disappointed that she's out. My top choice is number 7 Burmese Tiara, but dropping in trip makes me think a little bit. I really liked her last time out when she ran second to Ideal Future. She ran a nice race. I think with similar tactics, going off to the front and making them stretch and gallop, with her handy 55 kilos on her back, that might be the office for number 7 Burmese Tiara. So I'm going to tip her on top, but I wish it was more than an 1,800 meter race. Then number 3, Pretty and Pearls, good last win at Hollywoodbets Greyville. That was on the poly. One factor that I have noticed, and this has a lot to do with chatting to obviously to Candace Dawson, and I picked up on it with Fani Bronco's horses as well. Pretty and Pearls probably the wrong argument to use, but horses that run in Durban tend to come back, and that first run back in Joburg is actually a good run. The trip doesn't take much out of it, whether it's the sea air, whether it's perhaps a generous Hollywoodbets Greyville with a short run in. They come back to Joburg and they run well their first run back. They can go flat in their second start, unfortunately, but I think that this mare Pretty and Pearls is going to run nicely again, if not win and go close. And then number 6, Antenanarivo, a fluent win last time out. She did her return on the 7th of September. She came back and won a good race. She beat a moderate field, to be fair, but she comes in here with a light race. And she was always going to be targeting a handicap, even if she was a maiden. So this will be a nice little test for number 6, Antenanarivo, to see where she fits in. Her rating's probably about right off the 64. If she was a little bit lower than that, I'd recommend a nice each-way bet. But with the confidence up, she might be able to pop up again and run in the money.
A bold stance in race number 5 from Alistair. Number 2, Colorado Creek, not in the race for him. He's looking elsewhere, and he's gone with numbers 3, 6, and 7 in this contest. And obviously, Spirit Princess is the scratch-in. Moving along to race number 6, a merit-rated 66 handicap over 1,800 meters. This is a Class E contest. 5th of July, your week joint favourites with Korapia at 9 to 2. 11-2 about Leo Alado, 6-1 Coromandel, 7-1 and Better Bar. Those now, Alistair, what's your thoughts on race number 6 on the program? Because it does look to be quite a trappy contest and a race where you possibly need to look for quite a bit of cover.
Yeah, I don't think much of this race, to be honest. There are lots in here with chances. I've gone 2, 4, 9 and 11 as my bar pot numbers. And in the pick 6, I'd include number 6, Parker Getrix as well. I'd probably also have a look at number 7, Explosive Bond, to be honest. I think all of those horses, even Silly Fella, number 12, is a possibility from a pick 6 perspective. But this is my line of thinking with my bar pot numbers, with the horses that I think will probably fight out the win. Number 2, 5th of July, was started to run a week ago at the meeting. It was called off after one race. Kelvin Abib takes her out for David, even Asen. Kelvin rides the son of Wiley Hall nicely. The mother was, of course, trained by David. She was a fillies nursery winner. 5th of July needs all the luck in the world in running. From the deep draw, he's going to be dropped in anyway, so I wouldn't read too much into that high number draw. 5th of July will be running his customary honest race. 4, Coromandel, I don't think got home last time over 2,600 metres. I know he ran second to Karapi over 2-4, but I think 2-6 just took the sting out of him. Also, it was probably the wrong race being a middle stake. So coming back into a handicap with Samango Kamalo back on board, number 4, Coromandel has every chance of winning again. Then number 9, Skyfall, I think she'll run okay, especially Pretty of Pearls. Runs well a race earlier. Craig Shakey up for Farnham Broncos. Winning comes at a premium for her. She won early on as a 2-year-old and then hasn't won since, but she's got to be close to the right time and place now. Does number 9, Skyfall. And then the last runner for me in the bar pot is number 11, Karapi, who of course beat Coromandel ahead on the 22nd of August. The collateral form out of that run shows that Karapi actually could have the slight advantage yet again. They meet on, Karapi's up half a kilo and Coromandel is up 1.5 kilos. So from that point of view, Karapi has every chance of beating Coromandel. But again, with Karapi dropping in distance, has to be a slight kicker for him because he needed every inch of Muzi and his coaching to win over 1.5 miles on that occasion. Not an easy race, this Rigil, but thankfully the next race is a banker. Yeah,
Karapi, maybe confidence could be on his side and that could certainly help his chances, but as you heard from Alistair, he's looking for cover and rightly so. Race number 7, Fillies and Mares, 72 handicap, 1,450 metres. Perilla, 5-2 in the market, 5-1 Alabama and 11-2 Sparkling Jubilee, 6-1 and Better Bar. Those Perilla, the banker in this contest, Alistair, last time out cutting our throats with another horse, and that probably cost her at the end of the day. Took a bit of win out of her sails, and she wasn't beaten far. But is she the banker for you?
Yeah, she's the banker. Hill 5-2 is a lovely price about this daughter of Erupt. If she wasn't drawn badly last time, I believe she wins the race. She only gave up the ghost with about 100 metres left to go, if not less, when she was just outrun by Queen Burmy, who obviously had a lighter weight. Jason Gates is back on board, second on the half. For me, there's so much to like about her. I know she's got top weight, but the others in this race have not done much to suggest that they're going to be done too many favours. I think number 6, Mighty Goddess, might be a nice quartet inclusion. That's probably going to be the play in the race. Have a bet on Perilla, and then if you're really greedy, double float 1 and 6 by the field in the quartet. I think Mighty Goddess is an opportunity of running into the first 4, as ridiculous as that sounds. But I can't see anything beating Perilla. I think what beats Perilla is probably herself if she does get turned over. I can't see it.
Yeah. Number 6, Mighty Goddess, 20-1 into 16-1. Place price 33-10 from a good draw, gate number 3. So that's Alistair's advice. If you are looking past number 1, Perilla, you want to be a bit greedy, you want to get some more cash, well then places on number 6, Mighty Goddess. But the play in the race, no doubt, horse number 1, Perilla at 5-2. Moving along to the final race on the day. And race number 8 goes off at 4:30, 1,000 meters a distance. A merit-rated 72 handicap. In the ether, your 9-2 favourite, Brosnan at 5-1, Bearded Gown 5-1, Caretaker has found support from 10-1 into 7-1, Axel Collins at 7s, 8-1 and Better Bar those. Now, what a way to close off the day. Wide open race over the 1,000 meter trip where you can make a case for a number of runners. Now, in the ether, is she your top selection or you are looking elsewhere?
It's hard to have a top selection in this race, Rigil. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I mean, Dees loves to say if you got more than half the field, go with the field. I don't think I'm going to have half the field in this leg of the pick 6 and final leg of the jackpot. The value value undoubtedly lies with number 6, Samoa. I love it when Gavin Larina rides as daughter of Global One. She's back to 1,000 meters. Last time probably just tested her a little bit. Most of her wins have come over this trip, 5 out of her 7. 4 of her 7 wins have come under Gavin Larina. Now, last time when the 2 Peter runners ran, Axel Collins and Brosnan, Axel Collins ran in front of Brosnan. But if you go back to the 7th of September, over this track and trip, Samoa finished in front of Axel Collins quite convincingly. I think Samoa's been here with a generous chance. Even on collateral form, on the 24th of August, Samoa finished behind in the ether and in front of Clean Living. But she gets such a valuable swing at the weight. She's a kilo and a half better off in the ether, and there was only, a quarter of a length in it. Samoa definitely represents the value. Can't go mad with a 9-year-old, unfortunately, so you'll need to back her up with a few. One caretaker coming back to a sprint. Don't really know what to read of it. It's either going to be duck or no dinner for number 1 caretaker, but I'll include him. I think number 4 Axel Collins will have the number over number 3 Brosnan again. That's just the way that I read it, but you might want to include both. Raining Rubies, there's an interesting runner as well. I think Heinrich van der Westhuizen's runners are going to at least hit the boards, and then 11 and 12 in the ether and beat it down. And maybe if you want one more, number 14 fully automatic. So that's about half the field, but the value undoubtedly lies on number 6 Samoa. If not winning, I think she'll run a very, very nice race, but that's the norm for Samoa anyway.
Yeah, Samoa at around 8-1 in the market. She could just be the value in race number 8 on the program, which is a trappy contest that will close off the exotics on the day. Let's move along to the suggested bet part of the show, and Alistair will take us through suggested bet for racing out at the Vaal on Thursday. Alistair, take it away.
Yep, so the bar pot begins at 12:25 on the Thursday afternoon. Banker number 7, Mary's Green Light on the first leg. By 2 and 3, Blackthorn and Breeze over. By 6 and 7, Emblem of War and Officer in Command. The first nice value play on the card. I think that he'll be in the first 3 at worst. Race 4, want to go with horses there, so I've gone with 5 of them. 2 Pewter Skies, 6 Sylvana's Song, 7 Dungeons, 8 Viva Brazil, 9 Lebecha, also with a big price worth, including into a nice place all to come. Then I've gone numbers 3, 6, 7 and 9. 9's are scratching, so if you want to include something else to back up number 9 Spirit Princess, then feel free. I've left out the favourite number 2 Colorado Creek. My backup then would become number 1 Princess Kes. So 3 Pretty and Pearl, 6 Antenna Narivo, 7 Burmese Tiara, my original numbers that stand their ground. And then the final leg of the bar, 2 5th of July, 4 Coromandel, 9 Skyfall and 11 Karapi. You might want to go with a few more in there.
I'm glad you mentioned a place all to come, because as you were going through your bypass selection, I just thought to myself, you found some decent value runners on the day, and that could actually be a nice way to play those horses at a bit of a price. Take a nice place all to come.
Yeah, maybe let's do one. Race 3, number 7 Officer in Command, place.
Yes.
Race 4, number 9 Lebec, a place. I think race 7, number 1 Perilla will win, so, whichever way you want to interpret that, you can. Maybe don't be greedy, maybe go with a place as well. And then the last race, Samoa place. There's a nice 4-horse place all to come, potentially with Perilla winning. I like the sound of that, actually. Yeah,
and even in that Perilla race, if you don't want to take the win on Perilla, I think you found a nice value horse in Mighty Goddess at around 33 to 10 for a place.
I'd rather go with Perilla win, to be honest, though.
Alistair's given us a nice suggested bet there, a bar pot, which begins in race number 1 with a bank in the form of Mary's Greenlight, and as you can see, the day does begin to get a lot tougher after that, and as I've also mentioned, maybe a nice place all to come. You heard from Alistair, they does like a few horses on the day at some decent prices, starting off in race number 3 with Officer in Command, race 4 Lebeccio, race number 7 he's quite confident on the chances of Perilla, who is the favourite in race number 7, and he likes that as a strong win bet. And then in race number 8 Samoa does look to be the value at around 8-1 in the market. So that's it for racing out at the Vaal on Thursday. Hopefully Alistair has managed to guide you in the right direction, and it can be a profitable day's racing for you.